So welcome again to this beautiful teachings of a great master who is Astavakra, 14-year-old and 14-year-old, and master is the seeker. The student is almost, the seeker is almost 70-year-old. 70-year-old. You might have heard the story, but I should start from the story. Before that, the 8th verse says, Aham karta iti ahamanam mahakrishna. Mahakrishna hindanshitaha. Let me refer the book. Na aham karta iti vishwas amritam pitva sukhi bhava. You know, our tradition, the Eastern Wisdom tradition says that you sing and listen. Then you sing, listen, and find out the meaning of each word. And then find out the knowledge hidden in it. That is the very process of learning. So if I translate that, it simply means, and then we will explain it. So master says to the student, seeker, you have been bitten by the black snake of egoism. What is that egoism? I am the doer. So the master says, drink the nectar with a faith in your mind that I am not the doer and be happy. Means what? The moment internally you experience, you know, you become aware that you are not the doer, you are always happy. I play my role, being a teacher for an hour, and after that, done, finished. Everything is finished. Welcome, shall we? You can open your videos, no problem, if you like. That's your choice. So, see, that is the meaning of this phrase. You have been, another expression is, the thought that I am the doer is the bite of a poisonous snake. To know I do nothing is the wisdom of faith, and I realize my true nature. That is the highest state of mindfulness and meditation. Have you heard the story of a monkey? I told a couple of times. The monkey was in a garden on a tree, and the gardener was picking up the bananas, putting up in a basket with a big opening. And every time he used to pick up the banana, put it into the basket, the monkey jumped onto the basket, picked up the bananas, and went into the tree. Gardener was crazy. What to do? What to do? Pay attention. That is how we become the doer. That is another way to explain it. So what he did, he got a basket with a narrow opening, very narrow opening, and he is putting the bananas there. Now the monkey jumped onto the basket and he put his hand inside. And he picked up 5 bananas. Now when he picked up 5 bananas, what happens? His hands became very large. He could not take out his hand out of the basket. And the gardener came and thrashed him again and again. Thrashed him again and again. Crying. He doesn't have an intellect. He was given an intelligence. It is pre-programmed because he cannot be a thinker. But anyhow, while suffering a lot, experiencing pain, he loosened his hold of the bananas and his hand came out and he jumped onto the tree. We want to suffer and suffer in our life until we find there is no remedy. We leave that bananas, whether it is anything which we are attached to. So the very attachment creates the doer. What the master is saying, the thought that I am the doer is a bite of a poisonous snake. Are you getting it? The monkey became a monk. Why? Because he loosened hold of his attachment. Attachment creates the doer. That egoism is gone, and he jumped onto the tree. Do we want to jump onto the tree? Let us go and understand this verse. This first chapter from this book, one of the most important book, is guiding us all about who we are, what is our true nature. Our true nature is permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom. You see, my friends, that in Eastern psychology we start with peace, understanding, happiness, love and wisdom, and then we discover it, we live into it. So it is all about our true nature. So the seeker asked 3 questions. How knowledge can be attained? Do you remember? How dispassion can be achieved? And how liberation can be attained? Do we remember these 3 questions? Now ask yourself why we do what we do, so that we understand who is the doer, isn't it? Ask yourself why you are attending this session. Do you like my beard? That's why you are attending this session. Why you are a listener. Listener is also a doer. What is the question? Why we do what we do. I want joy. I want pleasure. I want happiness in my life. That is why I am a doer. Why I am a doer? To become an enjoyer. Am I clear? Do you want to do something to secure pain in the suffering in your life? At any point of time, tell me. Keep a smile on the face. Don't go so serious. Why we do what we do. The master is asking why we do what we do. We become the doer to become enjoyer in our life. Any activity. Think of it. From going to the restroom to taking a cup of tea. Talking to our honey. Going for a jog. I am a doer to become an enjoyer. Now the next question. That I'm explaining the only verse that I have already explained. I have already told you. Do I become an enjoyer in all my activity, claiming that I am a doer? Tell me. We never become enjoyers. Then again the next question comes. What should we do? Why not understand who is the doer in me and who is the enjoyer in me? Are you clear? We are going step by step. No mysticism, no cult, no dogma, no religion in my session. Purely rational approach. only rational approach. So we are exploring who is the doer and who is the enjoyer. And we come to a point where we discover that whatever we do, there is a possibility for some pleasure. But I don't experience the joy in my life by doing so much. Some people tell me, I am awfully busy. You remain busy. Busy means you are a doer. Think of it. So we are trying to explore what is this doer and what is this enjoyer. Let me go slowly. First, I acquire a knowledge about a person, an object, and a thing. This is a beautiful principle again. So I acquire a knowledge about a person, an object, and a thing. Say, for example, I know about a person. I like him or her. I go home, but mind is thinking, I like him, or I like her. It is happening in the mind. Why? Why I like him or her? When this liking is thinking becomes stronger, strongest, I live in fancy that person I dream as a soulmate. I'm the doer. That object I find as a soulmate. Oh, this smartphone is lovely. I think of it. When liking becomes a constant thinking, and thinking becomes stronger, strongest, I live in fancy. Third step, can I get that phone or that person? Mind has already decided it. Clear? What is missing? Can you tell me? From there the suffering starts. What is missing? Intellect is not participating in it. You'll say, no, I have decided intelligently that this person is going to be my soulmate, and after a few months, sourmate, and after that, you already know it. Intellect is not participating in it. Our 99% purchases is irrational, emotional, impulsive. Eastern wisdom says this is impurity of the mind. That is why ad agency makes billions of dollars. They know our mind. Now my mind has become an ad agency in me to have an irrational purchase. That is the problem. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Now we explore the desire. That doer with the desire lives in the sense organ, lives in the mind, lives in the intellect. What is our goal? To find who is the doer and who is the enjoyer. The master says that doer in you is like a poisonous snake. The moment you free from yourself, from the doership, you are always free. Why? How? So when the desire and the doer lives in the sense organ, find out you are always visiting, you are always running, you are always busy, and still you are suffering. Stronger when the desire and the doer lives in the mind. I have already explained you, the mind has become an ad agency. Then you start suffering. You say the entire world is crazy except me. The entire world becomes the center of your pleasure seeking, and that makes you the doer. And when that desire lives in the intellect, not dictated by the mind, you choose Shreyas, the word that I have repeated hundreds of times. What is Shreyas? The intellect first finds out what is right and good. And opposite is Preyas. What I like and what is pleasant to me is the only thing that I want in my life. That is what this monkey did. But he became a monk. He loosened hold of his attachment. Understanding these parts, now is the question, who is the doer and the enjoyer? When any desire do not pass through the intellect, whose intellect? Your intellect. The mind, because of its attachment and identification, causes the suffering. And in that mind, we create a doer. Why? The mind is seeking a joy and the pleasure. Take an example. Last week, that pasta was so good in that restaurant. Can we go again? Who is saying that? Who created the doer? Find out. Just become aware. Saturday's journey of mindfulness is happiness here and now, not after the practice, even though we do the practice. See that? It is understanding within yourself. No, let me have pasta again. That restaurant is so good. In order to pay attention, magic happens here. In order to have the pasta again, you should have money in your pocket. You should have your car to drive to that restaurant. The waiter should serve you with a smile. If he serves with your big face, your mood is off. You see, there are more than 15 conditions to be met to get 1 unit of pleasure. And if these conditions are not met outside, you forget about the pleasure. But where you experience the pleasure? Do you experience the pleasure in the pasta or in your mind? Ask yourself where you experience the happiness. If the happiness is in the pasta, then everyone should eat pasta daily in the breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever they are stressed and suffering. Please have it. Oh, you are having a stress? Because, I ate pasta and it gave me the happiness. Here is pasta. Then you don't need a profession like mine and shall be. You see, that is the mistake we make. Impulsive mind, habitual mind, conditioned mind. Happiness is inside me. Even if I eat pasta outside, that I forget, it makes me the doer, and that is what the master says. It is a black poisonous snake that you claim as a doer is the cause of your suffering, pain, and the problem in your life. Don't go opposite. So it means I should leave everything. Did I say that? The mind jumps instantly into the opposite. So first understand that this doer, which is carried away by the desire to seek pleasure outside, identifies with an object, people, things, causes the suffering. And why the mind created the doer? To become the enjoyer. But I'm suffering. Did you understand that? That is what the master says. It is a black poisonous snake. This master, I think, perhaps lived 4,000 years back. And In India we find those black cobra. So he find a good metaphor. Black cobra with the venom, you cannot make that snake your friend. What should I do then? Should I stop working? No. Master says no. The way the Hollywood actor plays its role. Play your role. And finished. Don't keep that ego sense of doership in you. A Hollywood actor plays a role of a criminal, and the director says, "Wow, what a role you played." Does he remain a criminal when he returns home? This is identification. This is the thinker in me that creates the doer. Get out of the doership. I'm a teacher for 1 hour. After that, finished. I play my role. That is done. Play your role, finished. Don't get attached to it. Don't identify with it. This is what the Master is talking about. Ego sense. No, but another question comes. If ego sense and the seer, in the earlier sessions we understand, in the last session we understood, the last verse was, yes, that I am the witness. Did you understand? Eko drashtasi sarvasya. I am the seer. Now what is the difference between the seer and the doer? Once you are clear, and then we will start our journey. I gave you a sense of ego sense and the doership and the enjoyer by an example. When we are driving our car, we watch people, places, scenes are running behind us. Even we see the highway is running speedily. It is leaving us. Is it clear? We simply say how beautiful it is. We are not attached. Even highway seems running. In fact, the entire world is moving and running. We need not to be attached. We need to perform our role and be happy. But we don't see. Our near and dear ones are also running in age, in attitude, in behavior, in response, in action, in reaction. We don't see it. Why? Because I'm attached. And that attachment creates the doer in me. Doer is seeking the enjoyment. That is a poisonous snake. Behind that, there is a witness, there is a seer, there is a pure consciousness. That is always in peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. That is the discovery in meditation. Let us start our journey. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed and you are looking at the body. You are looking at the body. You are aware of the body. You are feeling the body, and the mind is facing within. Where within? Inside the heart. Where inside the heart? I see the space. The heart in Eastern wisdom is at the center of the rib cage. It is the seat of pure consciousness. We are not talking the physical heart. So when you are looking inside the heart, in the space, pick up a point in the space. Let the mind pick up a point in the space. Why? To drop that attachment. If you make the mind subtle, or if you perceive anything that is very subtle, the attachment tends to leave you. That's another session I'll explain to you. So looking inside the heart in the space, the body is, you feel the steady. We make it comfortable. You always see that this step is common. Look at the neck joint. Who is looking at the neck joint? What it means by looking? The mind is aware of the neck joint. Be there. Feel. So when you feel, your experience is sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Look at the shoulder joints. Who is looking? Mind is looking, not the eyes are looking. Where is the problem of a doership? In the mind. Where we have to find a solution? In the mind. See that. See how rational, how clear the teachings of these masters. I'm just a pointer. I'm teaching what these masters have taught you. So look at the shoulder joints. Be there, feel the sensation, being comfortable, and experience the steadiness without doing anything. In this Saturday's session, make sure we will not do anything. It is a practice, and still it is a non-practice. Move the mind on the entire body from the crown of the head to the toes, looking at all the joints in the body. Feel, be there, experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Next step is being carefree. Remember monkey in the state where his hand is down inside the narrow basket holding lot of bananas, could not take his hand out. That is the step of being carefree. We hold on to these thoughts, feelings, sensation, images, past memories. So what I say, be carefree. How? By second metaphor after the monkey. You are standing across a road watching the traffic. Mental traffic, thoughts. You are standing behind. That is what it means by being carefree. You are not doing anything. Monkey was doing something, holding 5 bananas, could not take his hand out. My mind is a monkey holding lot of thoughts. I cannot get out of it. Loosen. No thought is mine. You look at it from a distance. Look at a distance. Be aware that these thoughts are not me. That is the state of being carefree. We are not doing anything. Remember. Still we are doing something. That is the beauty of this teaching. This great master. Now being casual. Being casual, being natural is the step. What does it mean? Is water not natural even if it has waves and the flood and the storm and the tsunami? Yes, water remains water. That is being natural. Keep looking deep inside. the very essence of all of us is natural. The mind hides that naturalness. So if the mind becomes the doer, it will hide the naturalness. That is why we are not doing anything. That is why we talk of that mindfulness or meditation is a state of being. It is effortless. It is natural. Do you see the essence? Now look at the head and the neck. Be there. Look at the head and the neck. Be there. Feel whether an experience, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Right arm. Be there. Feel sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Left arm. Be there. Feel. In the field of awareness, you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. We are not doing anything. We are just experiencing. We are knowing. In the state of knowing. Rib cage. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. As if the life has become a singing. In the state of being comfortable, carefree, and casual. Belly. All around the belly, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. By that step, so to say, we are making the mind subtle to go to the intellect so that the intellect starts reflecting. When it reflects, it leaves all the bananas in the basket. It becomes a monk. Left leg, feeling, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The entire body. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Just look at the breath now. Breath is going in and out. Do you see anything behind the breath? It is just a space. We know it 100% that without a space, the breath cannot move. So just simply know it. What is the way? You may say that we are educating the mind to see from behind. There are many ways of seeing, many ways of being aware. I may become aware of your body. I may become aware of your posture. I may become aware of you as a pure consciousness. And now, see that without doing anything, we can take the mind, we purify the mind, we take the mind doer deeper inside and be one with the seer. Become aware of the world outside the room in which you are with me, the items and the objects in the room. So now, who is seeing this room and the objects in the room? Which I say, it is the physical mind. Why physical mind? Mind joins with the sense organ, and you have the images of that room, the walls, the object. Now see here, the mind enters into contradiction. Now look at your body. Become aware of your body from the top to the toes. Just an awareness of the body. And the mind says, this body is alive. What? Body is made up of matter, carbs, protein, fat, all what we study in organic chemistry. Is any element in the organic chemistry is alive? You see, the mind identifies with the body, and that is why it says alive. That is why it says, I am alive. See that. So just you need to be aware only. You need not to do anything. Physical mind, looking at the physical body, and the mind unconsciously says that this body is made up of the matter. That very life element is somewhere else. Car is moving not because of the wheels. The force is somewhere else. You see that? I gave you a simile. But who is looking at the physical body and claim that it is alive? It is the physical mind with an intense attachment, like monkey with an intense attachment to the bananas, suffering. The gardener is thrashing him and still he is holding. Loosen that knot, my friend. Let us go a little deeper. Look at the breath going in and out. Look at the breath that is going in and out. Who is looking? Mind. Which mind? It is the subtle mind. The mind cannot see the breath from the sense organs. So the same mind, but it has changed its quality. We need not to study too much in modern psychology, subconscious, unconscious, and long list, Adler, Jung, Freud. You have to learn from your own experiences. That is the journey of mindfulness or meditation. Okay, subtle mind looking at the breath. What is subtler than the breath? Look deeper inside the breath. Are the thoughts, feeling, images, past memories? But who is looking? Is it the subtle mind or the subtler mind? Our master speaks that if our mind is impure, it will trigger some reaction during the practice and you will miss it. But don't worry about it. It's a journey. So it is the subtler mind is looking at what? Looking at the thoughts, feeling, images, past impressions accumulated in the mind. Subtler mind looking at, let it look. Who is looking? The subtler mind. Who is looking? The subtler mind. what it is looking, the thoughts, feelings, sensation, images, all are subtler than the breath, the body, the world outside. The object is also in the mind, body is also in the mind, breath is also in the mind. That's how I experience. How simple. Thoughts, feeling are at the subtler level. So the subtler mind is aware of these thoughts, feelings, sensation. It is a play. Mindfulness is a journey where you have play in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, that leads to discovery of permanent state of happiness within. Okay, let us go deeper than these thoughts and feelings. The mind says, I don't know anything behind the thoughts, feelings, sensation. You don't know, or is there nothing? There is no object. That is the point of discovery. Behind these thoughts and feeling and sensation, you only find the space or the vacuum or the emptiness. It is the subtlest mind. Be there, stay there. Remain aware of that state where the mind has nothing to see except the space, awareness of the space. And who is looking? The subtlest mind. When the object in front of the mind is no more, the mind loses the subjectivity of being a doer. The moment it loses the subjectivity of being a doer, it also loses the enjoyership. No, you are taking me to a scary state. No, be there. There, the knowledge of the self reveals. You don't create, you don't produce. So when the mind stays there, without any disturbances caused by the gardener, who is our mind, identified with the objects and the people of the world, the knowledge of the real self is revealed, liberation is attained, dispassion is achieved. Because there is no object in the mind. It is, I'm just, using these words, subtlest mind, to make you understand, so that you can go deeper. Subtlest mind, no object, no doer, no enjoyer. And you are there. In that state, the knowledge of the reality is revealed. Without the revelation of that knowledge in your mind, meditation does not succeed. It gives you some relaxation, calmness, peace. It's okay. Now, paradox logic. So everyone says focus on the breath, and I say don't focus on the breath. Just look at the breath casually. So when you look at the breath, you become aware the breath is going in and out. It's a change. So maintain your awareness. Where there is a change, you are not there. So be aware of the breath, but keep looking into that state of emptiness and the calmness. Good. But mind doesn't listen. So engage the mind in the change. Means you keep looking at the breath going in and out. Second point of awareness, you feel the sensation of the breath. Make sure you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. All the 3 points of awareness are subjected to change. And behind, you are aware there is no object in the mind, objectless state. You are aware of the both. You see, otherwise, in deep sleep you don't have a thought. You always enjoy meditative state. No, that is not meditation. We don't change anything outside. It's already changing by itself. You remain in that state of awareness, of doing nothing. We are aware of 3-pointed awareness of the breath only to prevent this mind to identify with anything outside in the world, including the body or thought or a person. That is the rule of this awareness of the breath. It's not easy, when we say mindfulness of the breath. No. We should understand it clearly. You are in the state of doing nothing now. Those who have been attending Mondays, Thursdays sessions, they find more clarity. And you are in a state of doing nothing. At least at this moment, that black poisonous snake has gone. Can we achieve? Can we live and work in that state? Definitely. 3,000 teachers for the last 7,000 or 8,000 years old tradition, 3,000 teachers are testimony for this. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. Be there and experience the change for a while. Bring your mind on the left hand. Be there. Feel the change. Raise both your palms. Place it on your closed eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Now, we will learn from our own experiences. What is your experiences? Two things to go. One is to share your experiences, and other is any question and answer. Always be open. So first, Jonathan, my young friend, how are you? I was missing you.
Yes, I'm happy to be here this morning. I had a good experience today. I think it was I had a very nice moment when I was able to drop the bananas.
Beautiful.
And, just be in the moment, and which was nice because I haven't had that in a little bit. So that was good. And to answer your question before the meditation started, I do hear see your beard.
Good. You need not to speak about your bananas. But the moment you realize in your mind, simply drop it. That is beautiful. I love it. So how are you, Stephen?
I'm good. I don't know if I can follow that. My experience was one of complete peace and detachment.
Beautiful.
It was just quiet throughout, and I know that there were moments in which I felt that I was about 10 seconds behind what you were saying.
Huh.
And,
I could see that.
So it was. I felt dropping deeper and then coming back and then going deeper, and maybe that's where I've associated the 10 seconds behind, because I was there with you, but I couldn't react to what you were saying.
Beautiful. You are a seeker. You are getting deeper and deeper, and it's a deeper insight. When you said to me that 10 seconds behind, you see that you are aware of that moment. That is beautiful. How are you, another young friend, Shelby? And
I'm doing well. Today was harder for me than usual. So I was noticing pain in the way that I was sitting. So I needed that. I felt like I needed a more comfortable place. But then I was trying not to focus on it. Of course, it was causing me to go back and forth between them.
So mind was picking up the bananas, leaving it. Picking up the bananas, leaving it. It's a beginning. It is your first session. It's okay. It's okay, but you feel calm and relaxed. How are you, David and Jerry?
Very good session as always. Somewhat similar to Stephen's in that.
Beautiful.
I heard you, but I did not listen to you through the entire time. And I just had a blank. I can't tell you, just blank. I heard you speaking, but I can't tell you what you said if you were to ask me now, because it was just blank.
Yes, that is beautiful, David. When something happened to me, my master said, now walk alone. So that is when you said that you are hearing and not hearing. But the mind enters into that moment of awareness. The mind does not feel that you are a listener and a doer. That is the way to be a seeker. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing well, sir. It was a similar experience. I felt as soon as I closed my eyes, I heard your voice, but I don't know that I followed you, but it's not as clear to me as it normally is. So
Beautiful.
I heard you, but I was very distant. And the takeaway today on just reflecting how we attach to things.
Yes.
And then sometimes we think that we've detached. Our ego says, oh, I don't care about it, but yet we still think about it, we still want it, still think we deserve it, or we fantasize. So it's just a working on the mind, I think.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You are a seeker. It's having a similar experience. You see that? We share our experiences for our own evolution. You see that? It's nothing big and nothing small. But when your mind claims the doership inside, I've been practicing for 10 years, I'm bigger than you, so you became the doer again. You see the trick. The mind plays the trick. When you are there, you are there. Finished. How are you, Anne?
Fine, but I had always some thoughts parallel going to me, which I tried to eliminate, get out of me. So
It is not a question that you have a thought.
Wait. I'm sorry?
It is not a question that your mind has the thoughts, but ask yourself whether the mind was picking up those thoughts like bananas, or it is saying, very good, remain there, who cares you?
That's right. I tried to do that. It was not easy.
Don't worry, it will happen, and it will happen. How are you? How are you, Terry?
I'm calm, and my meditation was consistent all the way through.
Beautiful.
I was noticing the darkness, that I was hearing what you were saying and following it,